Part 2. You should forbid monotony. Many people are known to fall prey to this. However, before we go any further, I think it is best to explain monotony in the context of public speaking so we can all be on the same page. Monotony in speech translates to the consistent use of the same tone, speed of delivery, and the same words. There are ways to kill a speech, and monotony is not the most pleasant of them. It is fair to accuse monotony of being an enemy of the human race. It breeds boredom of a most stagnating kind. You don't need to be told that your natural constitution rebels against it. Come to think of it, imagine that you spend all your day at a job where you are only required to push a button all day. The same button, the same color of button all day long. For once, imagine what your life will be like in such a situation. Gradually, the essence of life will seep out of you until you realize that you have become a shell of what you once were and a distorted shadow of what you are meant to be. For this reason, you must never subject your audience to monotony while delivering your speech. It is both a wicked and tortuous thing to conceive for people who had spent time and money to come and listen to you. You need to excite them, create and sustain in them that enthusiasm, and never entertain any idea of monotony. It is a tool which has been known to be employed for the punishment of prisoners. It is important that you practice and experiment with dynamics in tone and delivery. Do this to engage and fuel your audience with life. Practice continuously so that you can harness laws yet unknown to you and benefit from them. Let me tell you about the law of multitone. It is known to stimulate the mind of your audience and lead them onto heights of fantasy. You should never underestimate this. Like every other laws at play in the universe, which men have stumbled upon and few have mastered, the law of multitone is very old. It is the same as it was from the beginning of mankind, and nothing has changed about it yet. It is ignorance that keeps us from recognizing these ancient laws and putting them to use. You too should banish ignorance today. Accept the law of multitone and harness it to become the best public speaker you possibly can be. Now, if we come back to this boy of which I told you the story at the beginning, and I gave a bit of illustration on the last part. In this case, when this boy left his country, he traveled through some African countries to seek for opportunities. One important aspect of his stay in one of these African countries was his job that he had as a salesperson. The demands of his job dictated that he did so much of traveling and public speaking to different audience sizes, from his colleagues to his subordinates and to an audience of potential clients to whom he was to tell the benefit of his product and why their lives would be easier if they used his company's product. He learned quickly about the dangers of monotony and the benefit of multitone. He understood that sometimes through failure that he had to sort out the stress patterns of sentences in such a manner that emphasizes keywords and syllables that will stand out to the hearing and perception of his audience.